online learning platform. Today we are going to take up chapter 3, two stories about flying. First story is His Flight, written by Liam O. Flaherty. Second, Black Aeroplane, written by Frederick Forsyth. Now, dear learners, Liam O. Flaherty was a writer of extraordinary storytelling ability and power of observation. He was born in Ireland. He was born in Ireland, which is a part of England. Now, this island of Ireland is very stormy and it is a desolate region. Desolate region. So due to this stormy and desolate region, it has lot of influence on the writings of this writer, both on his style as well as subject. Style on subject. So this story, His First Flight, deals with an imaginary story about overcoming fear. About overcoming fear. Like in chapter 2 also we have studied that fear is not that we are not afraid of something, but it is conquering fear. So in this chapter also it is about overcoming fear in our life. Every journey of 1,000 miles begin with a single step, but this single step is the most difficult one to make. So this story also conveys the message that every lesson we learn new lessons of life if we dares to take a risk. So this story highlights the importance of first of all independence. Second one we can say self belief, and last one we can say it also conveys about confidence. And there is one more thing that this also tells us about the need for motivation to attain goals. In the initial stage we need some motivation from somebody, and we all know that necessity is always the mother of invention, but it sometimes need an initial spark from somebody. So let us see how this spark comes in this story for a young seagull. So let us go through this story one by one. We will take up this story in detail. Now before we begin the story, let me highlight some of the things regarding this story. First of all, it is an interesting story of a seagull who was afraid of flying. He did not have confidence. He was full of pessimism. His parents, brothers and sisters encouraged. They also scolded, tempted, taunted him to make his first flight, but he could not collect or gather up courage to fly. He was left all alone for 24 hours and he ate nothing. He was extremely hungry. His mother was looking at him. She knew that he was hungry and he begged her for food. She picked up a piece of fish and flew across him. The sight of food really tempted him to dive. He cried and screamed. His wings opened up automatically and he started flapping his wings. So in this way he was joined by his family in his first flight. So for this his family praised him that he has made lot of efforts, and in this way they offered him some pieces of dogfish in the end. So we can say that yes, in the end he realized that he was born to fly. Now let us begin this chapter in detail. So the young seagull was alone on his ledge. Now this story begins that his brothers, sister and parents, they have left the ledge, or they have left the cliff. They have left this place, cliff or horizontal place, where he was where they were living earlier. So only he was there on this ledge or cliff. His two brothers and sisters had already flown away the day before, the previous day, and he had been afraid to fly with them, and he was very much afraid of flying. So he had been afraid to fly with them. Somehow, when he had taken a little run forward to the brink of the ledge, to the brink means here edge of the ledge, and attempted to flap, he started flapping his wings. He became afraid. A kind of fear was there in his mind. So the great expanse of sea stretched down beneath, under it. So there was a vast expanse of sea underneath it, and as soon as he saw this sea, he became afraid. And it was such a long way, miles down. He felt certain that his wings would not support him. So why he was afraid? Because he thought that his wings would not support him. He bent his hands and head and ran away back to the little hole under the ledge where he slept at night. Even when each of his brother and sisters, whose wings were far shorter than his own, ran to the brink and flapped their wings and flew away. So this tells that even his brothers and sisters who were smaller, who had smaller wings as compared to him, but even they had learned how to fly. He failed to muster up courage. So this was another reason that he failed to muster up. Muster means he could not gather. He could not gather up. He could not collect, or he could not made up his mind that to take that plunge, to take that jump, or we can say leap. So he could not gather up courage to jump from that ledge or edge of the cliff, which appeared him so desperate. Now, which appeared to him so desperate. He was thinking that yes, this is a ledge and he needs to take up this leap. His father and mother had come around. So his mother and father, even they had also come around. They had also come near him many times. And they were calling to him shrilly. So they were shouting at him. They were shouting at him, upbraiding him. That means they were scolding him. They were scolding him. They were threatening to him to starve on the ledge unless he flew away. They also told him that if he is not going to fly, then he will starve to death. He will feel very hungry. But for the life of him, he could not move. But because he was thinking that his life was in danger, so he decided not to move from the ledge. That was 24 hours ago. So all these things happened 24 hours ago. Since then, nobody had come near him. So this thing happened 24 hours ago. Now nobody was there with him. The day before, all day long, he watched his parents flying about his brothers and sister. So the previous day he had seen that his parents, they were flying with his brothers and sister. So his parents were there, two brothers were there, and we can say one sister was there. So what they were doing the previous day, they were perfecting them in the art of flight, teaching them how to skim the waves, and they were teaching them how to dive for fish. So all these things were learning was going on for his brothers and sisters the previous day. He had in fact seen his older brother catch his first herring. Herring is a kind of fish, and devour, and how he just got into his mouth as soon as he received it. So it's standing on a rock while his parents circle around raising a proud cackle. That means they were making a kind of sound. All the morning the whole family had walked about on the big plateau midway down the opposite cliff, taunting him with his cowardice. So all of them were taunting. They all were thinking, or we can say they all were telling him, or they were commenting. They were commenting on him. They were having some negative remarks about him. Negative remarks on him. That he was very much covered. He was afraid of all these things. The sun was ascending the sky. It means now the sun was moving towards the midday, blazing on his ledge that faced south. So the rays of the sun were falling on the ledge, and his ledge was facing the south direction. He felt that the heat. Now he felt the heat of the sun. Why? Because he had not eaten since the previous nightfall. So why he was feeling the heat? Because he has not had anything since the previous nightfall. He stepped slowly out to the brink edge of the ledge, and standing on one leg with the other leg hidden under his wing, he closed his eyes. Now this was a plan made by the young seagull. He thought that yes, I will put one of my leg behind the other one, and he would close his one eye and then the other, and afterwards he would close his the other eye also. Then he thought that yes, he would pretend. He would pretend means he would only show off. He would show off that yes, as if he was falling asleep. He was falling asleep. Still they took no notice of him. So nobody noticed him that he was sleeping. He saw his two brothers and his sister lying on the plateau, dozing with their heads sunk in their necks. So what his brothers and sisters were doing? That they were putting their heads together in their necks, and they were also dozing, or they were also taking some rest, and they were they were sleeping. His father was preening. Preening means he was smoothing. His father was smoothing his feathers. His father was smoothing feathers. The feathers on his white back. And only his mother was looking at him. So only his mother was taking notice of all these things. Others, they were busy in their other things. She was standing on a little high hump on the plateau. So there was a part of raised part of plateau. So there she was standing. Her white breast thrust forward, putting her breast forward. Now and again she tore at a piece of fish that lay at her feet, and then scraped each side of her beak on the rock. That means she was scraping. She was trying to sharpen. She was trying to sharpen her beak on each side of her beak. She was sharpening on the rock. The sight of food maddened, make mad, or he got tempted. Who? The small seagull. He became tempted because he had not eaten anything since last nightfall, since last 24 hours. His beak now and again to, so scraping his beak now and again to wet it. So once again he started sharpening it. Ga ga ga, he cried, begging her to bring him some food. Gau kul her, she screamed back derisively. So once again she also replied back. Derisively means she was also making fun of him, or we can say mockingly. But he kept calling plaintively. But he continued his crying sorrowfully. After a minute or so, he uttered a joyful scream. Why he uttered this joyful scream? What was the reason? because his mother had picked up a piece of fish and was flying across to him. Because now he thought that yes, his mother has picked up a piece of fish and now she is going to give him some food. So he leaned out, so he leaned forward from the ledge of this rock or cliff eagerly, tapping the rock with his feet. Now he started tapping his feet. That means he started moving forward, trying to get nearer to her as he flew across. So he also trying to get nearer to the piece of fish. But when she was just opposite to him, she halted. When she was just near him, she stopped. She stopped. Now here we can say that yes, this was a plan. This was a plan of his mother to teach him how to fly, or to force him to learn how to fly. So she stopped, her wings motionless, the piece of fish in her beak almost within the reach of his beak. So this piece of fish was almost within the reach of his beak. He waited a moment in surprise, wondering why she did not come nearer. Now he was wondering also, he was thinking that why she did not come very much nearer to him. And then maddened by hunger. Now in this way he was tempted. He was tempted because he could not keep away himself from hunger. He could not stop himself from this hunger. So he dived at the fish. And with a loud scream he fell outward and downward into the space. Then a monstrous terror. Monstrous means here when he was feeling, so it was a very fearful for him. Very fearful. Very great and fearful terror seized, gathered up him, and his heart stood still, and for a second his heart stopped beating. He could hear nothing, but it only lasted a minute. But this thing remained only for a single minute. The next moment he felt his wings spread outward. That means automatically his wings, they started supporting him. The wind rushed against his breast feathers, then under his stomach, and against his wings. He could feel the tips of his wings cutting through the air. So he was able to see that, now his wings were supporting him. So whatever he was thinking earlier, that did not happen. He was thinking that his wings would not support him, he will not be able to gather up courage and all these things. So these things vanished away from his mind. He was now falling headlong. So now he was falling downwards towards the waves or towards the water of the ocean. He was soaring gradually downward and outward. So in this way he was going downwards, at the same time outward from the ledge. He was no longer afraid. Now he was not afraid of all these things. He just felt a bit dizzy. Now he just felt a kind of dizzy, or he was in a kind of confusion. He was confused, or he was having a kind of uncomfortable feeling, as if he was spinning and losing his balance. Then he flapped his wings once and he soared upward. So he started flying upward, and then he started producing ga 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 and cow coo ah. His mother swooped past him. So in this way his mother also swooped, means pounced. His mother also pounced, or she also passed near him. Her wings making a loud noise, he answered her with another scream. So once again he cried. Then his father flew over him screaming. He saw his two brothers and sister flying around him and curveting. Curveting means leaping like a horse. So everybody just leaped towards him in a very quick action. banking and soaring and diving. So all these activities were being taken by his brothers and sister and his parents. Then he completely forgot that he had not always been able to fly. So he forgot about all these things, that just a few minutes ago he was thinking that he will not be able to fly. Commended himself to dive, so he praised himself to dive, soar, and curve and shrieking shrilly. So he was praising himself for making this effort. So he was near the sea. He was near the sea now, flying straight over it, facing straight out over the sea. He saw a vast green sea beneath him. Why green? Because due to algae is there, no? Near the seashore. So due to this algae, presence of these marine plants, lot of marine plants are there. So due to this, sea was looking greenish in color. With little ridges moving over it, he turned his beak sideways and cawed amusedly. So happily, he also produced this sound. His parents and brothers and sisters had landed on this green flooring ahead of him. So they all had already landed on this green flooring ahead of him. What is this green flooring? That is the sea water. He dropped his legs to stand on the green sea. His legs sank into it. He screamed with fright and attempted to rise again, flapping his wings. So once again, first of all, he had a kind of fear, but he tried very well, attempted to rise again, flapping his wings. But he was so tired and weak with hunger that he could not rise beyond this. So he was unable to rise himself because he was tired and he was weak with hunger, because he has not eaten anything since the last nightfall. So he could not rise again because he was completely exhausted due to hunger. So because he had done this strange exercise, he has taken his first flight. This was his first flight. His feet sank into the green sea and then stomach touched it, and he sank no further. Now he was floating on it. Around him his family was screaming, praising him, and their beaks were offering him scraps of dogfish. So they were giving him some pieces of dogfish as a compliment. So he made his first flight. Now here, dear learners, you might have understood that yes, it has got the importance of this story. Tell us about the importance of freedom, importance of independence, importance of self-belief and confidence. Thank you.